Fucking just let me be. I can't do the fucking jazz music anymore. No, you're not getting it anymore.
It's only the second episode. What do you mean?
Ba-da-poo, ba-da-poo.
There you go.
That was a one-time wonder. No.
With this enthusiastic intro, welcome back everyone to the second episode of the XPodcast.
I tried so hard. I'm so sorry. I wanted to sing for you guys.
It was perfect. It was perfect. What are you talking about? People are expecting a second episode.
Yes.
So this is... So you're singing again, doing the intro again at the beginning. You just exceeded expectations. This is already better than the first episode.
Next time I come to your house for a podcast, we're just going to hit record immediately when I enter, so I can't be psyched out again.
Just as you walk through the door with the microphone.
Yeah, no, I want to be crashing through the door. I want to be saying, "What's up, gamers?" And just like you hear something break, and then that's the start of the episode.
We had a moment when I walked into the room. We just looked at each other and we said "gamer" exactly.
Yeah.
The same second, the same intonation.
I said it too when I was entering the house, even though you weren't downstairs. I just said gamer and I didn't hear any response, and I was like,
I heard it. No, I heard. I was in the toilet.
Okay.
I was bringing down the volume of my game so I don't get exposed.
Oh.
But then when I heard you go inside and talking, and then I was like, okay, I can turn it up back now.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
It's been a while.
It's not. It's been exactly 3 days.
But when is this posted? It will be a while.
Yeah, it will be 2 weeks
We're
after.
Talking to you from the past.
Not the future.
We're gonna predict the future in this podcast.
Yes.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna predict exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna re-edit this and then re-upload and edit one way.
In 2 weeks, during the CMT Matrix movie viewing, someone's going to have, it's going to fart really loudly, and it's going to be very funny. I'm predicting that.
Have you guys seen the video, The Fart of the Matrix?
The what?
The Fart of the Matrix.
What does it do?
It's just clips from the Matrix with farts in it, but they're actually edited very well. Like when Neo visits the Oracle for the first time.
I haven't seen this movie. That's why I'm going to the viewing. That's why else do you think I'm going? I had the same with the Jurassic Park. Like they were just saying, like,
I haven't seen.
I didn't see either. I was terrified. I was so embarrassed because I don't do well with it's not a horror movie.
There was a little bit. There was a couple of jump scares.
Yeah, there's jump scares, and I'm terrified of jump scares. I can't watch horror movies without doing little, my hands in front of my face, and I'm a little pussy about it. And I genuinely at the jump scare where the fucking the raptor pops up behind the other person suddenly I screamed a little bit, and I did that and no, but I did that, and then I looked around me and I saw 20 different people looking at me because I was pretty low there. I wasn't high up or anything. I just and because of how my friends were sitting around me, and I was just oh, oops.
It is. I do agree. It's a little bit. They do have jump scares. I don't think it's necessarily a scary movie, but they do have jump scares, and they're done pretty well. I also hate horror movies. I hate horror games.
I feel offended here. I'm just.
You like it?
You like it?
Yeah, but I mean. Honestly, I'm really bad with I'm not I don't know. There are some people that don't get reacted by jump scares. I get terrified. I'm screaming and running away, but that's the fun of it, you know. It's I love it. My Steam account Statisticus says it's on the horror.
It's I like that, where it's a thriller, but when it's just jump scares and jump scares. I watched The Nun, which, by the way, funniest fucking horror movie ever. Just because I'm gonna spoil it because spoiling a horror movie.
Is it the one with
this is the one, I guess.
the other Franco?
I don't know who these people are.
Dave Franco?
I think The Nun is the old one. You cannot really spoil
This is a new one. It's
how many actors do you know?
Not a lot, but you're the movie buff here. But it's just I remember in that scene the demon nun says something "I'm gonna kill you, Frenchie," which is super weird for a Romanian nun to say.
Okay.
And then the dude responds.
They're still holding grudges.
Yeah, well, like it was super weird, but like they said, "I'm gonna kill you, Frenchie," and then the guy says, "I'm French Canadian," and then throws holy water, like I'm French Canadian, and it just throws not holy water, like Jesus's blood or something at the nun, and then the nun dies, and that's the.
Is this an actual horror movie?
This is an actual horror movie. I mean, it was a horror movie.
Like not a parody?
No, genuinely, like that's the end. It's like I'm French Canadian, like that was the punchline, and it was just like I like for the entire movie I was just like scared shitless and like so it was so embarrassing. But then at that point I was just like, this is stupid. What the fuck?
I have thought, or I've seen a tweet that said like they should add blooper reels at the end of every horror movie just to like line the mood a little bit. Mm-hmm. I understand if the movie like is creepy, it's meant to creep you out, not to scare you. Don't do it. But if it's like jump scare, like just make something fun at the end of it. I don't like the jump scare feeling.
Yeah,
it's like I'm tense. I'm not focusing on the plot because I'm just trying to keep my shit together for the next jump scare. And you know it's coming as well because they know how to prepare
this
it.
Is not my water.
But this is the fun of cheap horror movies. Come on, how can you hate the movie that ends with "I'm French Canadian"?
No, I love that. I would watch that.
I love that too. It was great. I'm gonna show you a video of that later because it's okay, so stupid. It's like because like the whole thing is leading up to eventually killing the demon or something. Like that's the whole thing, and like then it ends like that. It's just super stupid. But the blooper reel would be nice, but a lot of them have like stupid fucking sequels or like an in-universe thing, like Annabelle or like not Annabelle.
There's a universe for Annabelle.
There's like 4 movies that are interconnected.
Why?
Oh my god!
It's the same demon.
I mean,
for like 3 movies.
The only horror, I don't know if you can count it as horror, but the only horror movie series that I followed was Final Destination, but only because it's just stupid.
That's horror.
I don't know what do you class it.
I think
I want to watch it because it looks stupid.
I haven't watched it yet.
Holy
Do you know
shit!
What it is?
Final Destination.
Kinda, but I've heard a lot, but I haven't watched.
So the plot is, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the plot
I
is.
don't know the plot either. I just watched the clips. Of
it's like every movie is the same. It's a group of people doing something, and then an accident. One of them has a vision, and they see everyone die, in like an accident or something. But then those people like okay. The plot of the first movie, for example, a bunch of students go on a plane on a trip, and a guy just has a vision and sees like the plane just exploding and everyone dying, but he sees them dying in sequences.
What do you mean?
Like one after another. Like Joris dies first, then Shelby, then Humam dies.
But plane explode, right?
No. Like there's levels to it.
Okay.
And then he freaks out and he gets kicked out, and he gets kicked out with the people that he saw dying. And the plane actually explodes. But then they're like, oh shit, we escaped death. They have this whole thing about escaping death. But then throughout the movie, every person he saw in his vision dies in some way. So now they are on order. Like they just skip death, but they are still gonna die. So they're not gonna die in the order he saw them in the vision. Yeah, it's
like they're trying to escape, but in the end everyone fails.
The first vision is just a fucking spook, or what?
Yeah. Well, you have to watch it to find out.
Okay, yeah, sure. I never knew the plot.
Honestly, actually, they get stupider and stupider, but the 5th one does something that made me go crazy. I was like, you know what? Touche.
Does it count as snuff?
No.
No?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's light enough to be on Instagram, that's for sure.
No.
I've seen it in like part 1, part 2, part 3, and it's just like fucking 60 seconds. Something.
I think we watched like the half of Oscar collection on YouTube Shorts. I'm sorry. It's you cannot spoil the movies at this point.
It's the same premise every movie, but every movie they die in a different way. So like how much gory they can get, how much creative with death they can get. But 5 movies. I don't know. The 5th, it got gradually worse, but then the 5th movie was like, okay, this is mid, but then they do something that's like, oh my god, and then that's it.
Nice. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I thought it was seasons, honestly.
Seasons?
It might as well be, right? These movies are like 1 hour or something?
Yeah, 1 hour and a half-ish.
Okay, gotta hit the 90-minute mark.
Yeah, they get the mid-roll ads. You get the break and the view, so people can go and buy more popcorn. They get a percentage out of it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why there's breaks in movies.
Honestly, I saw it just in Netherlands, honestly.
You can pee.
But not all like.
If you want, just walk out. Just walk out.
No, but then you miss the movie.
Are you getting strapped to the seat and you're just like...
No, I understand if it's a long movie. Like, for example, Endgame had a break in it.
Or
I
Avatar, like
yeah.
3+ hours.
Oh,
yeah,
I needed
maybe,
a break from Avatar. I mean, given I was
and we didn't
high
have
as
it.
shit when watching it in tears. It was great. I
All
did it
the
with a friend of mine.
colors.
It was so great. But like that movie's like 3 hours. You need a break for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when it's like a 90-minute movie and then there's a break in the middle, and then they extend the break because normally break is 10 minutes.
They
when
extend it?
Yeah, when the movie is short, like for example, the Mario movie, it's I think an hour and a half ish, and then they put like a fucking break that was like 25 minutes.
What?
So they can extend how long people stay at the cinema and they buy more shit.
Oh, did you get the View one? Like,
yeah,
but that one is just like, have you ever been to that one?
Just recently for the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, the line that you have to go through for like all the food stuff, like it feels so weird there.
Yeah,
like it's you don't just buy stuff at the desk or something. You're like forced to go through this path of just like you're not getting it. No, okay, it's right there. You can just grab it and then pay for it later. Like it's just, you can do it.
They're just placing it strategically there, but the chairs are something else.
Oh fuck yeah. Damn.
They should just add a massage feature. I mean, I'm hoping that the 4D one have a massage feature in it. Mm-hmm. The only thing I don't like is why don't they have an IMAX?
Honestly, there's literally they have so much space.
There's probably like 9.
They have
have you seen some of them that are like gigantic? True. Gigantic fucking, I don't know what you call it in English even. I know it in Dutch for some reason. Zaal. What do you call that in English?
Hall.
Yeah, I guess. showing room. Yeah. But they don't have an IMAX in there. How am I gonna see the fucking nuclear explosion in July?
Oh, true. I want to be blasted away by radiation. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. I heard Nolan didn't use CGI, so I'm interested to see how what third world country he saved the world from.
Yeah. We'll pour some Coca-Cola in like a uranium glass cups, you know.
He just put Mentos in a Diet Coke, and then I was like, "Oh, nuclear explosion." The fucking fact that this guy still like films on film, not digital, just why? I do think
it's
that
a vibe, you know.
I do think directors do have shit in them. I mean, there is this quote from Steven Spielberg. It was like, "I don't need therapy. Movies are my therapy." And then I saw the quote read like, "Men will literally become the greatest director of all time just to not go to therapy."
I mean, like, you got to be a little bit crazy. Just look at fucking Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
like it's you can't be mentally healthy and be that much into feet, you know.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
Would that into feet?
No, not about the feet, not about the feet thing. But one of my initial dreams was like to become a filmmaker, and then I see interviews.
You're not mentally unstable enough?
No.
Yeah, that's valid.
I don't think I'm crazy. I don't like feet. I go to therapy.
I mean, you can be crazy differently. You can be like hipster crazy.
Yeah, like extra normal.
But no one will watch my fucking shit.
Ton of shrooms. Like just
the most hipster one that exists now is Sam Levinson, and his shit is all porn, basically. He's the guy who made Euphoria, so.
That's so, oh boy.
The portrayal of high schools in media is like separate thing.
I mean, that's America. That's America. America's different.
It's just, they're just like, oh, we have some high school drama. Let's hire A24 and make it look sick, so people think this actually stands for something. There's a whole episode of Rue wanting to go to pee, and
what?
I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm gonna go into hot takes, but you know what? Let's just leave it.
I mean, you are like, are you a big movie nerd?
Yeah, I mean, there's literally a poster behind me.
I still haven't seen Whiplash, and I'm sad about that.
Yeah,
but my taste varies. I don't have a specific type of.
Okay. Do you do Tarantino movies?
Yeah. He's up there with my favorite directors.
Cool.
My actual favorite director, I think, is David Lynch.
Where's he from?
He did Dune, the original Dune.
Okay.
Is it the original or the new one? I don't know. He did The Social Network.
Oh,
my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, I've seen it like 20 times, I think, so far. Like, soundtrack on it too.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh
it's
my god,
great! You should watch it.
Okay, Social Network?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah,
Social Network. It's on Netflix probably.
I know the script line by line. That's how much I love that movie. Sometimes me and my friend just pull up the script and then we just do a reenactment. I think we
Probably.
should.
Want to do that together?
I was
not for the podcast because I think we've both watched it enough to do that.
We can. You know what? We can do that for a stream.
What?
Gather a couple of people that have watched a silly ass movie, and then we share the script amongst each other. And we're like, okay, you're gonna play this character, and then let's see what happens.
Sure. Who else do you know? Like here, like.
It doesn't have to be I mean, we can do the Social Network, just you and me.
Yeah.
But we can do something like more stupid, like the Mario movie, maybe.
I want to try the Social Network because, like, now I'm thinking because I haven't met anyone who has watched the same movies that I have watched 20 times. Like,
let's go.
Also, like as much.
Let's go. Yeah.
Fuck yes, that would be cool because I do love them.
Who's your character? Are you Wardo or are you Mark? Or Sean? I'm gonna call now. I'm Wardo.
I don't like. Fuck it.
I'm Wardo.
I'm Mark. Damn it.
Sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners. Along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip flops, you pretentious douchebags. Greatest delivery of all time. That's what makes me. That's what when I saw the Amazing Spider-Man, I hated Andrew Garfield so much.
Why?
Because I thought
he's a great Spider-Man.
Okay.
There.
Yeah. Let me finish. Let me finish my thought. I hated the movie, so immediately I was like, "Oh, Andrew Garfield sucks," because his movies sucked. And then the more I grew, the more I realized, no, that was the writing. The writing was poopy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him in I actually was more happy to see him in No Way Home than Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
The moment where he like saved MJ and then immediately starts crying like a fucking loser.
He is a loser, though.
He is the most loser Peter Parker of the trio.
I think his portrayal was the most true to the comic. Like
exactly, I agree.
Yeah.
Like from the live action ones, like there's like Into the Spider-Verse is also.
He looks like a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He has.
I freaking love it.
He has the quips, like he makes jokes at people. Like that's the thing that now I don't understand the criticism for. Like, oh, when he turned off, I think Electro with like a hose. Yeah. He was wearing like a fireman helmet.
Yeah, that's him.
And people were like, "What? He has to take this seriously." It was like that. It's fucking Spider-Man.
they should just like read the like Spider-Man Deadpool comics like once.
Yeah.
And then they'll get it. Like,
yeah.
I've read like a few of them, and there was just every time it's just like those are the vibes.
And he does Spider-Man things like when he showed up in No Way Home, and then she was like, "Can you clean the spider web?" And then he just hung with one hand. I was like, that shit Spider-Man would do.
Yeah, it's the most realistic portrayal, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't like his lisp. That's the only thing.
He had a lisp?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, maybe I noticed because I have a lisp, but like, it's just...
I can't remember.
He has a little bit.
I think Toby has a lisp more.
Really? Toby, have you ever seen, like, I mean, have you seen the original trilogy?
Yeah. They're amazing.
I've watched it like multiple times now, like high and not high, and both of the times I was just like, he talks like a psychopath.
I know,
like it just like the first movie, especially like this man just
when he like just sits there and like stares like.
It's just a monologue. It's like a stupid monologue. He goes like when he has the conversation with like MJ like in front of his house or something, like trying to get her back into what is it again? I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Oh boy,
like,
yeah.
That conversation just like I have a video of me reacting to it when I was high as shit because I was just like I was in a call with someone and they left afterwards, so I couldn't share this experience with someone. I was just going like, what is he talking about? Like fucking I don't like it. I don't like it.
He is the weirdest. He's the weirdest of, but I think they made him look more human in the No Way Home.
He's more
like,
of a loser.
He looked more normal and he sounded more normal in it. Like he was actually having normal people conversation with other people instead of like looking into the distance and just like saying like the whole Bully Maguire part is fucking hilarious.
I haven't seen it actually. I've never seen the third one.
The first, really?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: people say it's bad, but it's like I think it's 60% rated on Rotten Tomatoes, so like it's not that bad.
It's not horrible.
It's just there's a lot of like villains, and it gets confusing at some point. But I think that movie he was having the most fun in it. Like the Bully Maguire part is the funniest, cringiest shit you'll ever see in your life. Because you see this dorky ass man who's like in real life dorky, trying to act cool, and it does not work. It gives off like anime main character kid vibes.
Oh, no.
I'm worried that I'm gonna get flashbacks from middle school from that because that sounds horrible.
It sounds like I mean when I watched it for the first time I thought that he was the coolest guy ever, so I was just doing the dance.
Really?
and then calling people hot legs.
Hot legs?
Oh my god.
He says that?
Yeah. He goes to like a restaurant and then he gives like money to a waitress and it's like, get us a table in the shade. Thanks, hot legs.
I hate that. I got like goosebumps from that, but like the bad goosebumps. Like they kind of go like, I need to leave. This is fight or flight.
I thought you pushed the red button onto the table. I'm sorry.
But they're all good. Still, Spider-Man 2 is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time.
Which one was that?
The one with Doc Ock.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This is the best.
Because I also
Doc Ock, like
exactly. I was about to say
shit.
Doc Ock is my favorite villain because
amazing
in his core he's not actually a villain. He wanted to help, but then he got corrupted by. He was a tortured artist, basically.
I loved him in like No Way Home.
Yeah, it made me feel so sad when he like disabled the chip, and he was like, "The voices." I was like,
Peter, my boy.
And yeah, when he saw Peter, he was like, "You're all grown up." I was like,
I love.
No.
He has this like fatherly, like he keeps saying, "My son, my boy."
Yeah.
Like my my boy. Like I just that man.
I hated the beginning where like he was just portrayed as like angry old man. Like, where am I? Take me out of this! Bang bang.
I mean, I get
And
it.
then at the end of it, he was just like back to being a good person, controlling the arms actually with his brain. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's good.
Spider-Man,
I love Spider-Man. Good movies.
good superhero.
Good superhero.
I recently got recommended. I didn't. No one recommended it to me, but like YouTube recommended it to me. Started playing it without my consent because YouTube likes doing that.
Yeah.
And it was like a 3-hour video essay about why Spider-Man 1 is a masterpiece. I'm like, bro, this is longer than the actual movie. Why do you think I'm gonna sit for 3 hours? You tell me like, yo, this movie is good. You should watch it. I will just go watch it.
I gotta admit, I've seen like 3-hour like video essays.
I've seen them
like,
too, but
same.
it has to be. But I don't know. If it's about a movie, then I would just go watch the movie, create my own opinion. And I always hate when it's like, oh, in this 3-hour video essay, I'm gonna tell you why SpongeBob is a great TV show. It was like chapter 1, early cinema.
Easy.
Chapter 1, the guy who made Nickelodeon got born.
Edgar Wright.
Who?
He did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World,
Yeah.
Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead, Bad Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those movies.
He is
like it's
he's
Scott Pilgrim versus the
interesting.
World, and like Scott Pilgrim versus the World is a treasure, and I feel like every CMT student should watch it. And Baby Driver is just, you can watch it like 100 times and you'll still notice like little tidbits and stuff. It's great.
I do like his attention to detail, but I think with every movie, it feels the same to me. I don't know why. It gets to a point where I'm just like, oh, I want to see what hidden Easter egg he's gonna hide here that's gonna come back at the end of the movie. To the point where like I can't really focus on the plot because he's like, there's always like these little things, and it's like, oh, he's walking to the right, which means he's going the right way, or he's walking to the left, which means he's going the bad way, or stuff like that. I think the best movie I've seen of him was Baby Driver.
Yeah.
That's the one I enjoyed the most.
Good stuff.
I want to watch this one.
And I do like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World because of how fucking absurd it is.
It's perfect. It encapsulates the original comic so much.
I
love it.
It makes me think of am I watching actual people? This is like an animation. Is this a dream?
Yeah.
Is this what is this? But it's
AI
funny.
generated version.
Fucking
of the comic.
Chris Evans shows up in the middle of it.
Yeah. Chris, Brie Larson in general
Yeah.
in there, and like just almost all the characters in there just are amazing. I love
Kieran McCauley,
Who's that again?
Kevin McAllister's actual brother. from Home Alone.
Damn. Who was he playing?
He was playing his best friend. Scott's best friend.
Wallace?
I think so. That's his name. The guy with the black hair.
Yeah, Wallace.
Yeah, he looks like
That's
the kid
him?
from Home Alone. That's his actual brother. Yeah,
Damn. Okay, cool.
he's
I
in
love that character.
he's in Succession now, so he's doing pretty good.
When I discovered that I was queer, I was like I was watching those movies a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna strive to be him. And then I also realized that he was like, what was it again? No, he wasn't dating a high schooler. It was Scott. Never mind. He was dating a high schooler.
Who was dating
Scott.
high schooler? Yeah, but he's also from high school, right?
No, he was 22.
What?
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
oh,
but they never hold more than hands.
okay.
He's
Oh,
gonna get canceled. Oh no.
no. All right, so you heard it first. We're gonna cancel Edgar Wright.
I mean, like
Hashtag cancel Edgar Wright on this
movie
podcast.
did like spawn a lot of stereotypes that are bad. I mean, the manic pixie girl, like
Yeah.
the Ramona Flowers. It's just like that's. I gotta admit, I look at sometimes at CMT relationships and I go like, that's that dynamic. It's just like Ramona Flowers and fucking Scott Pilgrim, so goofy, stupid, emotionally unintelligent, like gamer boy, and then manic pixie girl with dyed hair that has issues, and then that's the relationship.
Yeah, that pretty much describes it. Now that you said it, I totally see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I totally see it.
it's fun to see.
Okay. This is apparently turned into a movie.
Yeah, this
Guys, I was actually
I'm
thinking because
sorry.
we're thinking about talking about experiences with
It's not my water.
international students,
Sorry.
and their
you're
main
thirsty.
experience
You're
is
thirsty.
watching movies.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're movie like buffs, so like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like.
Well, okay. Let's go. Favorite movie of all time now.
Favorite movie of all. Fuck,
Now.
you can't ask me that.
Now.
The Inglourious Bastards.
Okay. Shelby.
Godfather.
Really?
First or second one is pretty good as well.
Okay. For me,
Haven't seen
Social
it.
Network.
Both.
Easy answer. Easy answer. Second favorite movie. No, I'm joking.
Limitless.
Limitless?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie.
It's a movie with Bradley Cooper in it, and it's about like some dude who takes a pill and becomes super smart, and there's some other stuff that comes with it. There's a series as well, which has never been available anywhere else,
Okay.
and which I'm very sad, but I love it so much. And yeah, that's my second favorite movie.
Really? Okay. So is Godfather 1 your second favorite movie?
Yeah. Like to
Is it
explain why I
genuine?
like the movie.
No. What your second favorite movie?
Second. It's like, I feel ashamed for being one of those people who think like 1.5 hour of movie is a lot, but like podcast is not so much. Okay. Okay. This is gonna sound so stupid.
Say it.
No, say it.
I really like.
you don't have to be
Titanic.
ashamed about it. What? Wait, the
I
Titanic?
really like Titanic.
That is valid.
That's
totally
okay.
valid.
That's okay.
It's
This
a
is the most
classic.
basic answer. I'm sorry, but bro,
That-
I like this movie.
my second favorite movie is a like equally Rush Hour 1 and Rush Hour 2, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Because I am
Oh, I haven't
also a huge Jackie Chan fan.
I want to watch that.
I remember watching his movies in childhood, but don't remember the names definitely.
I just don't like
There's
Jackie
a
Chan.
small
He's
stupid-
kind of been ruined for me.
Shut up.
I won't say
I
anything about
mean,
it.
I know what
What?
you mean.
You know what I mean?
I
Okay.
try to
Yeah.
like
Is he getting cancelled or what?
No,
No,
I won't describe
We
it. because
can't
I
talk
don't wanna,
about it.
I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it because he's a role model for a lot of people, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
Oh
So
my-
like, I won't specify.
But
Tell
I
us
know-
later.
I
Tell
know
us
what
later.
you mean, and I try to like forget
like
that thing exists.
I forget it. Like there's like whatever. Okay. Anyways,
Here's the thing: I always divide the artist from the art, and I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to consume art, in my opinion.
Is
Because
it-
like a lot of times, I be listening to someone and I like him that much, and they're like, "Oh, you know that they said this and this and this." And I was like, "All right, that sucks," but I'm listening to his songs. I'm not supporting him. I mean, if I'm listening to his songs, I am supporting him in a way, but I'm not saying, "Yay, go Kanye" or something.
This is how
there's a-
millennial Harry Potter fans are surviving right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a limit to how much you can like separate from each other. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so sad of how many like childhood like YouTubers I used to watch and that are just like ended up being.
Who do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start beef with YouTubers right now.
Cryotic? Do Do you know him?
No.
It's just he used to do
I've
some
heard of
videos with
something.
PewDiePie. He did some streams on his own.
I think
He was one of the few YouTubers really early on Let's Plays. Like he was
Mhm.
like one of the first, and he had this pretty soft voice and he would play games without a lot of commentary and only give commentary when he really needed to. And I was like, it was the perfect point. It was the perfect blend of like I never played The Last of Us, the first one, but I watched his playthrough of it, which is just already the same because he was doing all the choices that I was going to be doing. And I was just like, as a kid, I was just very happy.
I didn't know that you can succeed like that because I feel if I do Let's Plays, that's how I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna be silent for most of the time and then be like, oh, nice rabbit. Oh shit, it died.
If you say it in a, he laughed at that part, but if you
I left too.
But it's just like there's a certain blend of it, and he hit that mark perfectly, and then he started streaming as well with some friends, and it was just like this perfect situation. And then he ended up like apparently like he groomed a few people, and it didn't.
Oh my god!
Because he had a very devout fan base, like he was so. Dream, who also got cancelled for almost the exact same things.
Yeah.
I
love before I'll let you finish, just like what Kanye said as well. I love how he unface revealed himself.
Yes!
I thought that was the funniest shit ever.
And the dude is not even ugly. He's just like me, dude. I bet I've seen like someone like him 5 times in the supermarket. I'm sorry.
That's my reaction. I never watched him. I didn't know how big he was. So like when I saw
big.
When I saw the buzz, I was like, okay, he's just a dude. He's a man.
Some people started throwing around dream sexual as an actual term, bro. They liked him.
Those people are gonna exist. The more popular you get, I mean, they have the same things with PewDiePie, but
Markiplier. That's the biggest example.
Markiplier is the. But sorry.
Oh, Markiplier, yes, his fun bases.
But this Dream, the mask thing of like the little smiley, he didn't directly take it. It just kind of happened, but. Cryotic was the first person to actually do that on YouTube as a persona. Like his whole persona was Cry Guy, which was just usually like personified as this like little man with the face mask of like the little smiley thing, and he had a lot of personalizations of it, and people would thirst about that as well. Just like what happened with Dream. So to me, it was like flashbacks of that, and apparently he took advantage of that, not in a like pro Jared way, but in a just like kind of more subtle way.
Wasn't Pro Jared innocent after all?
No. Oh, what?
I don't know.
Have you seen his? Oh. So Pro Jared, for the people who don't know, normalboots.com was a collective of YouTubers. I mean, people joined and left. Like after that, like Jontron is in it. Pro Jared is in it. The Completion is in it. One other person and Peanut Butter Gamer. Oh, and Digital Gaming was also in it for a bit. And they became all popular, like kind of in that group. And Pro Jared was a YouTuber who just did like just regular video game YouTube videos, like Scott the Woz, basically. The Pro Jared subreddit actually became a Scott the Woz subreddit after a bit. Oh no, wait, that was a Jontron one. But they all did similar content. And this guy, he made active blogs where he would show like post like suggestive pic, like him shirtless, and he would get attention, of course, because he was a YouTuber, and he would get attention from like young girls, and he would take advantage of that, basically going into DMs. Like he really liked that attention. If you go to his Instagram right now, like this is all after he got canceled about this. Like if you go to his Instagram right now, he's back at it again, like and like posting like not thirst traps, you know, like the cringy fucking pictures of someone thinking they're really attractive and like making that selfie and go like might post some thirst. You can I'm gonna go to his Instagram right now. You're gonna just see.
We need holy water eye droplets. I'm sorry.
If you see what he posts,
oh my God,
you immediately
wasn't it a whole thing with his wife, and then his wife turned out to be lying or something like that?
Well, some people thought that he was lying. I don't know exactly what it was, but there was something. All right. Where the fuck is it? Oh.
Honestly, at this point, like if the YouTuber has a young fan base, it's suspicious.
This is like multiple of his video of pictures, just like this one. What is it again? Oh hey, sorry, I haven't posted in a while. Like this is like this little smug ass fucking face. And
stop.
I forgot what it was. He doesn't post it on his story anymore, but it was just It's bad. It's bad, and he's back at it again, and it's great.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something less depressing, like YouTube, childhood YouTubers.
Yeah.
I mean, the YouTuber that got canceled for me was H3H3.
He got canceled.
Not a cancel, but he just became more hypocritical, and he was just starting like to lose the thing that made him popular. He started focusing on the podcast, and apparently the podcast was okay. But
I keep seeing clips of him with that. Is that a persona? The girl who like acts super stupid or like dumb or something? Like the person who said like gravity was invented, and like what did they do before that?
A blonde girl?
I don't know what she looked like. And there was a TikToker who would personify her, like an H3H3.
I don't know. I don't watch him anymore.
Well, that's the only thing I know about. And that quality content.
He used to make a lot of like commentary videos, like really shitting on people, and it was funny and it was good. And then he moved to the podcast, and then he was getting more money from the podcast, so he stopped making normal videos. People got pissed at that, and then the first video he makes after like being away for like 3 months on his main channel was like an ad for a mobile game that he's part of.
Oh.
So people start shitting on him more, and then he started like going back at the people. And that's like
never do that.
And then he has the shit takes where like he shat on Felix for saying the N-word, which is I understand, but he also says the N-word very like liberally.
He does?
Yeah.
Why? What?
Why?
Like in what way? Like
just like haha, shock humor, funny. He said it on the podcast many times.
Really?
The fuck?
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad I haven't consumed any content of
this. A lot of
Yeah,
hypocrisy, a lot of like throwing people under the bus, and actually, there was like this moment in, I think it was, I don't remember when exactly, but YouTube put this like new harassment policy where like if you make fun of someone in your video, that video will be deleted, and it related to, or it resulted in the content cop on Leafy getting deleted.
Oh, that's why it got deleted?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
valid.
And then there was another video. It was like almost like a content cop from another guy. I forgot his name. He made one on Ethan, and it was like apparently what do you call it? It was noted as a harassment video, even though he never talked about that. He just talked about how hypocritical Ethan is, and to make it more muddy, Ethan and Ela visited Susan when she was the CEO of YouTube, like 2 days before those. Not 2 days, but like a little bit before those rules got.
It's just like this man is bullying me, so like get it removed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the rules of this time, but did he needed to file a complaint for the video be considered a harassment, or it was done automatically?
I think it was done automatically. Yeah. And as we know, YouTube is not very nice. It doesn't understand shit. Like I watch a lot of commentary people, like Cinnamon Toast Skin, for example. He keeps fucking like, I know why he does it, but his videos, like you see 3 seconds of the video and then he pauses it and starts talking. And he says it himself. He's like, I have to do that, or else I'm gonna get demonetized, or I'm gonna get copyright claimed on it.
Yes.
It's so fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Even if you say this is commentary, this is not. I'm not copying the video.
Yeah,
it will still like your fate is in the hands of the people who the content belong to. And if they're assholes and they're like, it's free money for me, then yeah, I will.
And that's why we'll never have an intro song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the YouTube is starting to get less harsh because if I'm correct, they released like some policy about, for example, the swear words much softer.
Oh, the first minute.
The first minute, was it? Is it a minute now?
Yeah, we already fucked that up. I think. I'm not sure. Actually, I think
it's the first 30 seconds.
I think
the last one is like pretty safe. I can check that, but I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I remember you asking if we can swear like 2 minutes in, but I don't know if we swore before.
Yeah.
I said fuck a lot.
And I said fuckity fuck.
Fuckity fuck.
That's the worst one of them all.
Jesus Christ.
If you say poopy, then
Oh my god.
Are we getting to this point?
This is why I'm still silent here.
I loved Moist Critical videos response to it. Because he just kept spamming like, this video is poopy and cummy. It's very stupid. I don't understand it. But YouTube likes to shit on itself.
You can do his voice pretty good.
That's about it. See ya.
You can cosplay as him. Let's go.
Yes. You know how he gathered the international moist criticals all around the world? You could participate.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Grow out a hair a bit.
You want to go
like...
to the streamer rewards for him?
Maybe. I mean, if I grow my hair out and have a fake beard, I think
we'll just give you a wig.
Shitty wig.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? He was watching like the Rocket League. This is so stupid. He was watching the Rocket League, like Moist Esports, his team playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And then Aaron, which is like one of his friends, says the fucking stupidest joke ever on stream, but it's actually really hilarious. He just says, a guy walks in a store and farts. Then he says, "Excuse me, is this the poop store?" And he's like, "Buddy, look around. This is the pee store."
It's a good joke. High quality
wow.
content. Yeah, is this what you guys want to listen to?
Yeah, we're talking about YouTubers, just like any normal commentary channel.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy how it's going.
Yeah. It's a chill and talk. It's not really.
Yeah.
If you're expecting like your knowledge to be.
We're not pretending to be smart or anything. Like no.
We're just like I mean, you who are listening to us, you're on YouTube right now, or you're on Spotify, or hopefully you're on YouTube, which means you also watch YouTubers. So this is very relevant to
like I don't know how much XP content we're supposed to be talking about because like there's not a movie buff study. That's what you we're becoming.
They're core business. They're movie people.
Did you just mention it? I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Shit, no, I know.
Bleep it. You understand me? Add some funny noise, whatever you like.
Shout out to Bram Jacobs, our only creative business student that's a member of.
I think.
Dude, don't say it again.
No, XP. I mean, sorry, damn it.
Okay, 41 minutes. I have to remember to go to that time and bleep this whole segment. No, I'm joking.
We can bleep it. We can bleep every instance of saying when we say.
You have to bleep it.
Oh my god,
if you say
dude!
A lot,
Dude, I'm editing this shit.
I'm gonna say it random, like I'm gonna whisper it randomly, so you have to listen to the whole thing and then find it. It's like we're talking about this though, but I'm pretty sure like within a year. I mean, within a year or something, people are not going to be talking about this anymore. The history of the issues with that is already going to be gone because that was only with the current board. Like in your board, it's already going to be gone because there's no like bad feelings really harbored or anything.
Yeah,
like it was just because of us because we had some like things happen.
Because we were better.
That's I was actually like the prediction was actually like
our board's a bit more chill.
It's just how we were crazy. No, but I remember
hostile takeover. Like, we're just gonna take over every student organization in Enschede.
I just remember like the prediction that we had when we were starting to do this, like when we were starting XP, like we were just like because we wanted to. I was part of the educational board of CMT, and I was like I was talking to like other academy boards and like an educational boards from ACT, and I was like in a meeting with them, and I was saying like, hey, during RMTS we have an issue of some people, like there is tension between some people between creative business and CMT, and like we don't have the data for this. I still have to do the research for it, but is enough that some people did like it was present. That's for sure. I don't know if you've experienced it. No,
but like, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
And I would, you know what? When I heard about it, I was like, that's what you get. Yeah. Like I was part of the one who I was part of.
No, that can't be the euphemism.
I just wanted to say about the educational committee. I wanted to say I saw it on your LinkedIn.
I was part of Facebook.
Yeah.
I was part of Facebook. You know, it works.
You were part of Facebook,
the social network. Yeah. My name was on the masthead. You know.
On every page?
Yeah. No, on just the main page. I was the CFO. Okay, I'm gonna stop with my social network references.
You know how much it's gonna mean to me?
Okay, I was part of Facebook. And it wasn't good for me.
It wasn't about that. It was just like I knew that the tensions between CMT and Facebook was like mostly It's okay. Get used to it. Get used to it.
Okay.
It's I'm not gonna say the association who should not be named. That's just gonna be annoying. Just fake. So like the Facebook, the tension. I noticed that like the tensions between them. Like of course, like it was because two different studies, and you had the situation of sometimes the people from creative business just not working on the game design stuff, which is going to be the bulk of the stuff that we're going to be doing. Like of course you have great CB students. Like shout out to Bram Jacobs, Jerome. Those are the only two I know. I haven't done MTS yet, but like these people have been like, and there are good students, but I've also heard like, sometimes there's just like a struggle between the two, and I think that got worse due to some of the tensions with Facebook at the time. And I was like at the
I try not to laugh, but you smirked, and I was like,
a little grin. No, but like I was at the academy boards, and I was just saying like, okay. My prediction for this is that once we have our own study association, of course not immediately. Like I was not expecting it immediately because the experiences are going to be passed down for a bit. Like at least like as soon as my generation is done with the study completely, then most of these stories will be gone. I think some people from this current first year will still experience it because they had the presentation of like Facebook being there and XP being there, and then just like they're like.
I remember in my like the first day, I don't know what you call it, the introduction day basically. The teacher, I think it was, I don't want to name names, but the teacher was presenting to us as like, oh yeah, and there's a Facebook, it's cool.
Yeah.
And like, that's it. But when XP was there, it was like, oh guys, we have a student organization. You should join. It's really fucking sick.
Yeah. But basically like I was predicting that the tensions between those would be slowly going away, and then also tension between like CMT and CB would also slowly go away, because in fact like CMT doesn't interact with anyone.
No.
Like no other studies. Entrepreneurship, because they're on the same fucking like floor.
Yeah.
Not that it's good, because like that, I don't know, when I'm walking through and I see people from entrepreneurship kind of walking like past all these gamers and stuff, and then you notice a little bit of a.
Are they the ones that always take like the room at the end? Okay.
Yeah.
I always this is the first time I knew they were a different study, because a lot of time I see them, like I was like, are these like alumni? Are these like fifth years? I don't know. I've never seen these people before.
They're also occupying the one office that we wanted to have for XP.
Oh my!
Which sucks ass. But either way, like that kind of tension, like that was. I felt that it was created still just because there was some like still a little bit of like interaction between the people. Like the people who went to Facebook events, they would just like, fuck. It's hard to not grin a little bit when saying it.
We're gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah, but like it's just. I noticed that the people who were interacting with Facebook members during these events, like were the ones who were complaining the most about people from CB during MTS. Like I was noticing that. I was just like, okay, maybe once we have our own association and that interaction is lessened way more, way more, like it'll get better in the future. But I think it was a little bit too optimistic on how quick that happened, because I thought it was going to happen once all my generation was going to be in like doing internships and stuff. But then the presentation came of this year, and then like just seeing them side by side, XP and Facebook next to each other, and just like they were chanting XP, and that was bad. And like it just like it immediately became like, oh, these guys are inferior, and like this is better, which is not true. Like there's definitely a population.
There's a crowd. Yeah, there's a crowd for it.
The next board of Facebook, there's this guy. There's gonna be a CMT student. This year it was the same as well. Pascal is a great guy, worked super hard on things. Like there are CMT people in fuck. I fucked it up. You gotta bleep that now. You gotta bleep that.
Should I also bleep the name of the guy you mentioned?
No, Pascal's great.
Okay.
He's been.
But then people will understand who you're talking about then.
Well, yeah, but they know when I say
people
Facebook.
know we're talking about Facebook.
Whatever.
This is-
It's just.
This is just so obvious. Like
I know, but like it's better than saying it directly. Okay, but
for legal.
Either way, like
I just lost English.
Good job.
No
Legal
speak.
purposes.
No,
forgot
yes.
how to English.
No
But
English.
it's just
English. English.
It kind of backfired in this year. I hope it's gonna change next year, like that. We're gonna see a change in that with the new first years. But yeah, that was the prediction. Didn't work so well.
I mean, when I think about it, I don't think there should be tension to begin with, because I think
absolutely
there was no there wasn't
really a reason.
There wasn't a takeover. Like XP wasn't like, okay, we're gonna take every member of Facebook right now. That's our main goal. No,
we didn't have to try for that, but like it's just
exactly my point.
Wasn't a goal.
I think like what we had just engaged our students more than what Facebook had.
Yeah.
And I think that's what our students, that's what CMGT students look for. And yeah, I mean, when I was part of Facebook, I didn't feel very welcome there.
Yeah, that was the biggest issue that we were dealing with.
Mostly because, I mean, I understand Dutch. I can have a full conversation with someone who speaks Dutch, but I just prefer to speak in English.
Yeah.
And some people have no problem with that, but some people, no, they want, ja, jongen. They just want to hear that. And that that was the biggest alienation. Like, I was going there, I was like paying membership, so I'm part of you guys, but I don't feel that I'm part of you guys.
Yeah.
But when XP rolled around, literally the first party, the launch party.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone there. I was talking to the teachers most of the time. I left the fucking party. I know like 5 new people.
Yeah.
And then I came to the game night. I left knowing 5 more people. And now I feel that I almost know everyone who goes to those game nights, everyone who's at XP. And I think that's the appeal. It's not that we're trying to destroy another organization or destroying or taking somebody's members. I think it's just in the difference of what we offer. We're actually offering something that the market, we should mention, the market is asking for.
Like Facebook hadn't, like, they couldn't have fixed this if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Because but they wanted to. We know they wanted to. There have been people at Facebook that have been working super hard.
I know. Like, I knew a couple of them, but the people at the top.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg and Sean
like I have respect a lot to Ron van Humam and Rutger van Ham. Is that his last name? I don't know, but Rutger, I forgot his last name as well. But both of them I know have worked super hard to try and get this going, with the people like of CMT, and they've done initiatives, they've tried their best, but in the end it was just like a lot of the marketing as well it was the crowd that wasn't working, and it was the appeal. Like, you can't change from a CB study to suddenly appeal to CMT nerds. Like, that's just like that's a super big like 360, and with a certain culture that you already built up, you can't, like, changing that would also alienate a lot of like CB students. So there was not really like a good way to go about this. I just wish that like a lot of the things that kind of were the last straw for us, like the founders for XP, like I just wish that it didn't happen like that. I just wish that it happened in a like less way of frustration and more in a way of like, yeah, this works. Let's just try this. Since it's not working the other way, like it felt like a fight in the beginning. Like, it wasn't like, not that we were active about it, but we did feel the tension of, oh, suddenly these guys are popping up.
Yeah.
And especially the way they worded how they were dealing it in the beginning. Like, I noticed a lot that they were describing their international, like they had efforts planned out to cater more to like international students. That was the year that we started existing. That was their big thing, that they wanted to try it more, because they had I don't know what they had a party, international party or something, and so they did try, but then it's just like, I don't know, it didn't hit the mark.
Yep.
And then whenever we were doing these international events, I'm trying to remember which specific event it was. Oh yeah, the international gala, shit show, by the way.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, but that's not our fault. That's
no.
different association who should not be named.
The weirdest planning I've ever seen in my life. It was so weird.
It's mostly one guy's fault. We like the I was in the meetings. It sucked ass. But either way, like I think that was the first time they mentioned like, oh, our international students are registering through XP, which is a weird thing to say as an association. Like you don't just say like your members are technically our members, so these count as the same ones. Yeah. And that was the first time where I really saw like, oh damn, okay, we are really taking over it. Because like, for especially with this association, like suddenly having 200 people less. I mean, they didn't have 200 CMT students, that's for sure. They probably had maybe like 50 or 100 or something. But still, like that's still a big chunk. That's 1,200 euros that's suddenly gone. Yeah. And like I definitely recognize that there was some tension about that. Like the way we weren't refusing to talk to them, but it was really awkward to talk to them. And like ACT is a certain family, of course, with Syntaxis and stuff. Like they're all close because they did events together. And kind of we already, when we started out with that, we were already kind of like outside there. We were
outside of the bubble, you mean?
Yeah, outside of the bubble. And yeah, that tension just got kind of worse and worse. Now it's fine, especially with the current board of Facebook is just like great people, like very communicative, understanding as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think they probably realized that there's no point for this tension, and the best thing they can do is to collaborate or reach out.
I mean, they left. That's basically what happened.
But it's way better than this like Cold War shit that
it was just kind of like
it affects both parties negatively. It's not really something that you I mean, if you heard the motorcycle noise, we're actually filming this podcast outside today.
On the road.
Mosquitoes are biting us.
Yes.
Did it bite you? No?
What?
Did a mosquito bite you?
Biking lessons.
But what? I forgot how to English. Keep going.
Wait, you said biking lessons or mosquitoes are biting?
Mosquitoes are biting.
That's what I said.
Oh, mosquito! Oh, really?
Yes.
You heard biking lessons? What?
I don't know.
People heard me because I have the best microphone.
Yes.
At least for
you have
podcast.
the best microphone.
Okay, so I'm sorry that there is noise coming from my microphone. Like if you hear like little like noises of like microphones being held, I have ADHD and I have nothing to fidget with. Like
it's okay. It's the first couple of times, but then it's gonna be better. We're gonna buy the most expensive microphones
and the fidget toy.
And a fidget toy for Joris to keep him busy.
I'm sorry. I just need to like. I struggle with it. If I could walk right now, that would be great. But yeah,
I mean, these are handheld. I don't have the space here.
This doesn't go that far. No. I would just be spinning around.
But I think that would be an interesting concept. I don't think there's like walking podcasts that exist out there.
ADHD podcast.
It's just the three of us, just like chilling in a room, but like with a microphone. Like,
I would really appreciate it, honestly. Like
I want to try it. It sounds cool to me.
The when I was like, there have been people that have been wanting me to do a podcast, like, and mostly because it's mostly the people who I send really long voice notes to, because they're basically that, just with one person.
You just like they open the voice note on WhatsApp. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Joris. Welcome to today's episode of the podcast. I
started a few of those like that. It's like some of them have been like 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Jesus
like
Christ.
It's just like
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're bad, but like it's usually like
at least now you can listen on like 2-point speed on WhatsApp, which is fine.
Yeah, that is the best feature.
The people that I send them to, they at least appreciate it, which is nice. Like I have a few of the people that I send it to, they respond live to them as well. That they got used to it at some point where they know like they can't respond to it like afterwards, so they respond to it live. So I get kind of like a live Twitch feed, very delayed, of my voice note at some point. Like I really appreciate that.
That's pretty dope.
I do those always by walking around. I walk around through my entire house. I go upstairs sometimes even, like just like because it's nice. You just like train of thought.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I think we stumble upon a new thing. I don't think I've ever seen a podcast where the people are just walking around and talking to each other. So
we're gonna. I know you wanted to have a video set up as well at some point, but we're gonna have at least one cameraman who has to stay on me the whole time. Like
stay on us because I'm gonna be walking
we
as
need
well.
someone's body camera, like in there. Walk up to everyone and
Joris
just say.
cam. It's just one of those like like the horror movie like face cams and stuff. Like it's just that's gonna be me.
Or we can just put like a CCTV like camera in the corner, and that will be just that will be the footage. Because here's the thing, I've been seeing these like new wave of content on YouTube where it's just like filming chill time with friends.
Yeah.
Like I've seen this YouTuber who like films herself like cooking with her best friend, and they're just like shit talking people.
Content house.
You don't know. No. It's like a girl. I don't know if she has a content house, or she's part of a content house. Yeah, just one girl.
Oh, that's based.
And they're just like gossiping. It says in the title like gossiping and cooking with my bestie, and I was like, it sounds so ridiculous, but like you put it on and you're like, it's kind of chill. I can leave this in the background. I don't like she mentions names and she was like, Bikeshi did this. I'm like, what? Bikeshi?
Why that name?
I don't know. I think I just pulled that out of my ass.
Bikeshi.
Bikeshta.
Bikeshta. Is that a Syrian name or something?
No.
Oh.
I think that sounds more Turkish than Syrian.
Bikeshta.
Bikeshta.
I don't know.
Erdogan. That's the only Turkish word I can say.
What?
Erdogan.
That's the name.
I mean, Syrian did take marhaba from Turkey. We also say marhaba.
What's that mean?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Cool.
But what was I talking? Yeah, the chill content.
Yeah.
And at some point, you just find yourself like into it. You're intrigued. Like she does also like sleepovers where she's just talking with her friends, and I'm like, I don't know who any of you are, but you sound chill, and like this. You're a listener to like a bunch of girls, but not in a creepy way.
That was actually like a concept for XP really early on that we just have for every event that we did, we would have a stream going on.
Why not? We should do that.
Well, yeah, but one, warp Wi-Fi sucks ass. Like it's not that good. Like it's fine, but like you would still have to have a setup there. And then the like you would have to have a very, I don't know, like a microphone where if you were only very close to it, you can actually hear what's happening. So it's just like this little booth of people that could look into it, and like you would just have two people sitting there talking to some mic. It would just basically be a mini podcast.
Yeah.
And I always thought like, because early on we were already like, okay, most of the events that we have planned right now is for people who go outside. What about the people who don't go outside?
Yeah.
Especially because this was like right after Corona.
There you go. There you go.
And I was with the party, we tried it, didn't work so well. So I think for parties we're not going to do that. For game nights and stuff, like I think it's a worthy addition to kind of have that. And then I also started daydreaming about a XP house. Because
like a content house.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be fun.
Like more in the sense of like there's just a clubhouse, but it's not like people actually living in it. Like I mean, there could be like a place where people live next to it. I don't know how legal that is. I always thought about it because like international students need housing anyways.
Yeah.
But like it's just like there's just a little house there.
I mean, I already had that idea with where XP is, but now there's like a lot of things, like a lot of room has been taken by other stuff next to XP.
Yeah.
But that's initially how I thought about it. Like we can divide it into like, okay, this is the podcast room, this is the chill room, the recording room.
So nice. There was the building,
the TikTok room where we just go do dances,
the green screen, just dance room. But the like in the street of XPodcast, the glass building.
Yeah.
You have you have on the right side you have the police station, on the left side you have then some vacant building or something. It was an office.
Wasn't that Ose?
No. You have the police station, and then it's like on the other side at the entrance.
Oh.
Like it's not. It's like it's a brick house. It's in front of the one that's a Starbucks thing.
Oh, this is not occupied by anyone.
Right now, it probably is, but it used to be not. And I always thought like it could be cool, but then like if you have parties there, then you're right next to the fucking police station. They're gonna be complaining about it. But I've always like considered it. And we're never gonna afford it, but yeah.
I mean, we can all. I mean, if you guys give us views, We can afford it.
Give us money.
We can buy the whole glass building and make it XP house.
I have just no idea how well it's gonna go. Like with money and stuff with XP. I don't know how many sponsorships we're gonna get because we didn't put a lot of effort in that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much money we could get.
I've never looked into it, but I do want to look into it as part of XP. So hopefully we're gonna get sponsored by NordVPN at one point. That'll be the highlight.
We got such a good reach on our maximum 100 views per video, probably.
That'll be the highlight of the that'll be the peak. Once we get sponsored by NordVPN, I'm leaving XP.
You're
saying
leaving?
it right. Yeah, I'm saying it right.
Why?
Don't you dare! This is like when things are gonna go up.
That's when you leave at a high. That's it.
Oh.
Before I get canceled. That's why.
Oh, like because you think it's gonna go downhill after
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I have no idea if we're gonna ever because it's not unheard of associations to kind of like fuck up for a year or something. Exaltio had a dry spell for that. Like I don't know how much I can actually talk about because like I heard these things from board members, but they're all under NDAs, I think. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not going to talk about that. I don't think that's legally possible for me.
Going too much.
But like, it's just Exaltio had a really rough year, and they basically like they weren't like inactive for like a year, but it was to the point where like they were for a short while just a non-functioning organization and basically dead. And I've always been worried that like maybe XP would be in this situation, but honestly, with the fire from the students, like. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna die out.
No, I don't think so either. I think this is a successful establishment.
That was like a big fear of mine in the beginning.
I can understand that, yeah.
Because because I had already been super like active within CMT, like I did all the fucking logo and the servers and the communities, like building the CMT promo stuff, all that kind of stuff, like and. I felt I was already kind of a black sheep within the like study because no one else was doing graphic design because no one was stupid enough to stay in the study for graphic design when it's not doing for graphic design.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, so we got this. We got a bunch of people who are hyped from Facebook that want to do some stuff, and a few other people who are just very talented and like working super hard and make this happen. And I like during the entirety of the beginning, I was like, what if the stars just align only for now? Because the warp closing down was already on the like a looming thread. Just my like me feeling fatigued from constantly doing graphic design
because you were doing everything, dude. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that too. Like, but like I just like what if this needed to be there, and like if it's not there, like it's gonna crash. Like that's I was really concerned about that. I mean, after the first half year, that fear was a little bit gone, but. I'm definitely like, what if that initial hype was not enough, like not enough to keep it up. But right now,
it's always a what if situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, it's going great. Like I already was not expecting to grow this much so quickly. So we're already exceeding expectations.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Yeah, it sounds like we're in good
pressure a lot.
No,
sorry.
Just honestly, currently, I'm just thinking overall about the podcast. Kind of analyzing what's going on and thinking what can be done content wise later.
I mean, you're gonna be head of PR. There's like a lot more other things you're gonna have to be worrying about.
Yeah, actually, like during merch, the podcast,
and censoring.
A little secret. I've made some notes.
Oh, maybe make some notes. What kind of notes?
Actively working
later.
Actively on the clock
later.
Let's go. All right. So, what the fuck? Joris is a light behind you.
Moon?
Damn.
What the fuck?
What? The fuck?
Wait, do you see it? Wait, it's coming closer. Yo, it's coming closer. Yeah!